Let's get you right in our spots. So it should be one of these seats here or here.
Guys.
Joking. All right, who is bailiff? Come on up. Are you going to be working during this trial? Your jurors probably jury. You're in the trial. What do you want the jury?
Is the jury?
What's up, buddy? No, so we don't play your role.
We are done until the rest of the
You're good. There's nothing for you to do yet. We'll get you a different presentation sometime this semester, okay? All right, we are starting right away. Do you have any questions from my groups here?
So we started with Leslie.
So who's Leslie? Okay, come on up. We're going to have you start here.
Wait, I need a
All right, you good? You got what you need? You got your minutes and everything?
I have my question all the way. So, are we ready to color King's
I did it yesterday.
We do both. You good?
Yep.
Okay. We're good here. Let's get. Are you working on stuff or what?
I can be a bailiff.
It's all the more shared. We already have a bailiff. Why don't we hop you go on to the jury, Jamal? And then Jory, you work on your stuff for your trial. Where do we work?
Does the jury do anything?
Yes. We decided that way.
All right, my people that are working, you need to be doing that silently. If you're not able to do that, go to the hall. We had one person who was a very vigorous typer. If you are a loud typer, go to the hall also because it's very distracting. Cool. I'm going to shut these doors, and we're going to try and get through the jury. You'll get to deliberating. We'll do a verdict, and then we will get our trial started tomorrow. Who's in the second trial? Who are my lawyers for the second trial? Okay, you're feeling good, and we're fine there. Then my 6 witnesses for the second trial. Are we all here? 1, 2, and then all them here, right? Okay, we're good. Take it away, bailiff. That's you, Humvee.
All rise, presiding the Honorable Judge Kerr.
I'm being a protest. I don't feel
You may be seated. We're continuing the State versus Lane. If you have any questions, jurors, just raise your hand. We'll stop the trial. I believe this is on Cross. Is that right? All right, you may proceed.
So Leslie, you are a senior, correct?
Yes.
Did you write a song about the New Believers?
No.
Did you mention the New Believers at any point in your song?
Yes.
Did you mention the phrase "burn them out" in that song at all?
Yes.
Do you know how many times you repeated that phrase?
No.
Maybe please bring out the stop tracks.
You can.
Right here, it says that you repeated that phrase 8 times, and right here, it says you mentioned the New Believers. So, you mentioned the New Believers in the song Blank as Days, but the song is not about them. Yes. Okay. I started off too far, right?
Yes.
You didn't help start that far?
No.
Leslie, did you have ownership of the lighter that night? Of the lighter that was found at the crime scene?
No.
Did that lighter have your initials on it?
Yes.
You said you had to borrow a lighter from a friend because you lost it.
Yes.
Are you going to use the lighter you borrowed?
No.
Do you smoke?
No.
So then there was no purpose in borrowing the lighter.
Yes.
You have a bad relationship with HH Hingle, correct?
Yes.
You warned HH Hingle about your fans possibly starting to song.
Yes.
Your fans could have taken this song the wrong way, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel responsible for your actions that caused harm?
No.
No further questions.
You may. You good? All right. Well, you can redirect or we can let her sit down. All right, you're excused. You can call your next witness.
It's Riley Roberts.
You're gonna have to rise to address this court, ma'am.
May I proceed, Your Honor? Can I call Riley Roberts?
Riley Roberts, please approach.
Well. Raise your. May
This
you,
one?
yes. Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You may be seated.
You may proceed.
You joined the CWC a while ago, right?
Yes.
Okay. Since then, has Leslie taken any violent action against that? No. Then I have Riley your lighter, correct?
Yes.
What color is your lighter?
Silver?
It's very easy to see, correct?
Yes.
Did you warn Leslie that members were taking it further, correct?
Yes.
She went straight to go warn HH Hingle because he had already left, correct?
Yes.
Do you think
I'd like to remind two or three of you that cell phones are not allowed in the courtroom unless for court purposes. You're good.
on any level Leslie is guilty?
Do you think Leslie's, and be real loud so Avery can hear you, okay? So do you think Leslie's guilty at all?
On any level?
No.
Thank you. May I be seated?
You may cross.
May I be seated, Your Honor?
You may.
How are you, Mr. Roberts?
Good.
So you used to for the believers, right?
Yes.
But you left because you think the believers are hypocrites.
Yes.
You used to work in the community center as a new believer, right?
Yes.
As you stated in your witness statement, you knew that buildings stored chemicals such as paint, turpentine, and others that you are not sure of, correct?
Yes.
You also stated that when you lived there, there were a number of ATVs, you filled them up with gasoline cans. You had dozens of cans.
Yes.
So it's possible that someone could use those cans to set the new believers' buildings on fire, right?
Yes.
In Leslie's statement, she says that she borrowed your lighter.
Yes.
Did she tell you the reason she needed the lighter?
No.
Do you think Leslie took the lighter because it was important to what she was doing? She was going to do at the protest?
You can always say, I don't know if you don't know.
I don't know.
No, for the question.
You could redirect this witness, see, we can dismiss them.
I'm just gonna dismiss.
All right, you're dismissed, and you can call your last witness,
I would like to call Kelly King up to the stand.
Kelly King. Let's see the.
Hello. Can you put your left hand on the book, on the Bible? Left hand on. Can you raise your right hand? Do you sure to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You may be seated.
You may proceed. You may be seated.
It was most likely not arson, correct?
Yes, the can that exploded most likely started the fire.
The chemical in the can most likely started the fire.
Yep,
It was very easily an accidental fire.
sites point to an accident.
The smoke billows were from the wood and probably not gasoline, correct?
Yes.
No further questions.
Cross? You may.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. You have worked on many cases like this over 400. You said that you examined the photos of the fire from that night.
Can you hear everyone's that?
You then visited the scene, right?
Yep.
You said that this fire could not have been gasoline related.
Yep.
But is there a chance that that could have been started by a flame on a lighter, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And these fires could look similar with the aftermath with both causes, correct? You said it is uncommon that the fire can have multiple starting points with it being a normal fire, correct?
Yes.
But normal fires started with, let's say, a lighter, correct?
Correct.
You said that gasoline fires can produce yellow or white fires with gasoline being included and black smoke, correct?
Yep.
You said that gasoline is a starter place for these fumes, correct?
Yeah.
No further questions.
Okay. The witness is excused. You may be seated. And closing statements from the oh, you're done with your witnesses, right? Defense?
Yeah.
Okay. The prosecution closing. These will be the last two statements you hear before you get to deliberate. Any questions from the jury? All right.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
You may.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is once again April Flores, and we have been through a hard trial for Miss Leslie Lane. But please let me remind you why we are here. Leslie suggested the riot to happen in which her song and her crowd had then started a fire with a traumatizing experience for the new believers. You've seen amounts of evidence that proves she is guilty on all charges. Prosecution team has told you things that they have only heard and read. Some of those are facts, but ours are 100% facts. They are just kind of relying off of testimonies. Our questioning has proven that she is guilty and nothing less of that. We as the prosecution ask for the monster Leslie Lane to be guilty on all charges. Thank you. May I be seated, Your Honor?
You may.
Hi, Christina.
You may.
My name is Katie Duchamp. We are the defense of the Leslie Lane's case. Today, I believe we have gone over all the facts of this case. I have already proven that Miss Lane is not guilty of arson. She did not set fire to the New Believers Community Center. The prosecution has no witness of anyone seeing her set the fire. Therefore, she should not be found guilty. It is true that Miss Lane and the members of the CWC do not see eye to eye with New Believers. But this does not prove Leslie Lane guilty of arson. The words in her song and the words she spoke at rallies do not prove her to be guilty. They were purely speculation. The prosecution has no proof of guilt. They have no fingerprints, no eyewitness. They only have hearsay. Hearsay is definitely not proof, considering hearsay is not the same thing as watching a fire being set. If you rely on hearsay, your evidence is not facts. Therefore, Ms. Lynn cannot be proven guilty. Thank you to the jury.
You may, and I apologize for the technological. I unplugged it during someone printing like 150 things last one, and then that irritated some people, so we'll just leave it on. I straight up unplugged it during some printing though. Like I went over there and last trial, I was fed up with it. So sorry for that, if that threw you off at all. Okay, but I think like you did well. Jury, you've heard a long and complex case. Bring your juror cards with you. Humvee will take you into the jury deliberation room. Let's have you back here by, when are we at? Is that right? Maybe before 50. It's more like 40 what? 40. Be back here by the 6th if you can, so 5 minutes total if you can, okay? Ava, your pacing was better today. Your closing, you sound very professional. Good emotion in your voice. I thought so the way you presented was really good closing. I thought it was rather gentle. Go ahead and shut that door, Humvee. I thought it was rather general, so like you would say, hey, we've proven this,
Yeah.
but like you didn't go through how you proved it. You know, I think it could have been more specific. Cadence, good job on your closing, getting to that with the distraction, and then good job with your questions. Your questions were closed-ended, mostly on direct, and so it didn't get them talking a lot. So for your witnesses, you want to get them to talk, and they didn't say a whole lot up here. So that
I was like kind of confused because I didn't know I was gonna be doing questions because Reese was gonna be doing them.
Oh, but
so
then
it was
she was
kind of just shortly.
no worries. So that's just something I noticed. Amani, good job with your ideas, with your questions. I thought they all built really well towards ideas that you're trying to go towards. The confident voice could be better. Okay, so it was hard to hear you at times. But I thought the writing was good. And Reese was gone, so we didn't. I think that's everyone, right? I got all the lawyers. What were my witnesses today? We got you yesterday, didn't we? So I said you were a good actor and had emotion in your voice. And then Anya, I thought you were. Oh, yesterday you did well on direct and you knew answers. Cross today was rougher to where you're like reading the answers off, and so like that was. I thought yesterday was better than today, but not a big deal. It's harder on cross too because you don't know what they're gonna say. But you were loud, people could hear you, so that was all good. Who else? Oh, Mallory, you did well on direct, I think, and gave thorough, thoughtful ideas and answers. And I thought your cross worked pretty well too. And I think that's everyone, right? Oh, and then Max. So same thing. You knew your stuff, and I thought you added some like voice and like excitement to the courtroom. There were some moments that I thought were good, so that's good. We don't want a bunch of dry witnesses. All right, who is going to be the foreperson for this jury? You're okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have.
Will the defendant and counsel please rise? So who's on trial? Who's Leslie Lane? And then you're the lawyer, right? Okay. Your lawyer's also going to rise. You're both going to stand up. Okay. On the first charge of urging a riot, how do you find?
We believe that she is not guilty.
Find the defendant not guilty. Okay. And on the second charge, Penal Code Section 451, arson, how do you find?
We find her guilty.
Ooh, Leslie Lane, you have been found guilty of arson by a jury of your peers, and we are going to go right to sentencing. Man, this is a tough one. Lighting a building on fire is a pretty big deal, Miss Lane. And, And I don't know, I'm going to go check with one of my co-counsel in here to see what an appropriate sentence would be.
25 years.
25.
There's no one.
You looked it up, like, that's a life of prison on our side.
25 years later.
We looked it up, like, read.
I don't know. He's not guilty.
Okay, I have the sentence will be dead.
Wrong.
All right, people in the jury, I would like you to, we're gonna go this way. We'll start with Humpty and go this way. Closed only. What did they do well? So it's one thing that you're like, that was really good.
The closing statement. They both did really well, but I think the defense had a better closing statement in the way that it was longer, had more facts, and it was all in all just a bit more convincing.
I agree that if you just went off the closings, that Cadence like said why you proved him right and how, whereas you said we did prove it. But there was still good word choice in there. Monster, I think, was in there, right?
Yeah.
All right, what's another one?
I believe that people here, I can't say what you use, was very interesting and very intriguing.
Ooh, so some pathos there. All right, what else do we got?
The volume of your guys' voices and tones were really well. It kind of helped dramatize it.
For sure, and I didn't even have a mic this year. Last year we were in the Theater Arts Center with microphones, and so you were able to project without it. What else?
I think like they had good like detail in like describing exactly what was happening.
Good. Jamal.
I really liked how no one stuttered, like there's no ums in there, and I really loved how Max did that.
Max was funny up there. I think he added some excitement to the trial. All right, Grace.
I think that they showed good eye contact and like used good detail when they were speaking.
Good. Jans.
I had words and he just made it seemed like it was better overall.
Yeah, it's a good witness. Zach.
I thought, the prosecution was like a little bit more like powerful, but like the defense had more facts and stuff.
Avery.
Prosecution did good at showing how a lot of things weren't really coincidences.
It was very organized and exactly what they
Good, okay. And then now I want to hear from the people that are presenting tomorrow. What questions do you have for these people that have already gone, whether you're a witness or whether you're a lawyer? You're in an awesome situation where you have some people that just went through it. So what questions do you have, ideas that you have, things that you want to clear up before tomorrow?
Madison is going tomorrow, not because.
Madison's going tomorrow.
No, we're not.
Oh wait, no, we're
After
pushing this
break.
to after break, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna do something very different. We'll figure it out. And then we're gonna have people missing tomorrow then, is that
We
why?
have people starting to drop off today, and each day we
We lose more. Okay, so we'll finish Madison after break. For my Madison people, are you at a point now? We're doing it after break, is that correct? Now you don't have any funny, okay. And so do you need more work time in class at this point to work on your stuff? Perfect, so what I'm gonna do is, we are going to move on to, we're gonna totally pivot to something completely different. It's gonna look like free reading and journaling the next 2 days in this class, basically. I don't wanna move on to new content and then have a break of a week. That makes no sense to me. So we will, and if you want to, do we want a different experience? Tonight I can make whatever. I could do a reader's theater or something.
Readers,
Oh,
readers,
yes.
those are fun.
You like reader's theater?
Yeah.
Okay, is there,
You should
Yes.
join that.
Or the one thing where we did there were one, or two, all that,
yeah, that was a reader's theater.
yeah, that was.
You wanna do something with- Let's do that. That'll be a fun way to take us to break. I will. We're gonna transition. Actually, no, I love this. People that are.
Where's the study hall room at? Oh, let's go.
I have a
And
question.
if you want to be here at all, you're welcome in here.
Everyone study hall?
No, you must stay in class, my
Use
man.
restroom, that's what.
You can, yes.